viditva tav chetyam me. Chetyam means mental condition. Prabhupada, the World Bible translation, but the meaning is that his desire. Viditva means understanding. So viditva tav chetyam me. Me means the Lord. So Lord understood the desire of Kardama Muni. So as in the Purport said that the Lord's seat in the heart, sarvasya chaham hirdi sannivisto matta ismitir jnanam apohanam ja. So the Lord is sitting in the heart, so He knows everything about us. Sometime it is not necessary to express the desire. Lord senses the desire of a jiva. So, viditva tav chetyam me. So Lord understood, because He expressed also openly, because we know the context back. He performed the great austerities, and the austerity was, what austerity He performed? What He did for 10,000 years? Ashtanga yoga mixed with bhakti yoga. So that's the reason, because it's not the only Ashtanga yoga, it's a bhakti yoga also mixed with. So that's the reason the Lord has come standing on Garuna. All we know the context back. The Lord has appeared standing, Sanga, Chakra, Gada, Padma, all the beautiful description how the Lord was looking. And the Lord comes, then previous verses is He glorifies the Lord and also openly expresses His desire. But it is said that Pura eva samyo jittat. Pura means before, formally. Samyojit means already arranged. Lord, without speaking Him, before Lord understood what He is wanting. So Samyojita means already is arranged. And yad artham, for that desire to fulfill, atma ni means He performed great mental and sensory discipline. See, when we perform any tapasya or bhakti, it's required mental and sensual discipline. We cannot be lethargic and whatever we wish we do our own way. We have to follow certain rules and regulations. We have to follow certain system given by one of our spiritual master. So as he said, it is not always necessary to express the desire. Lord senses what is our desire. Or whatever our inclinations, where our heart is, where we have attachment, where we have a liking. So, if we do not have right desire, if we do not have right inclination, The Lord sends everything, even tiny thing. So that's the reason, one of the principles of surrender, we have to align our desire with the desire of Lord. Even we do not know what to desire even. And truly. We might have read, but because many lifelong we are carrying the contamination, although desire from many lives. So there still is there in the heart. So those desire which are detrimental to our bhakti. So those desire which we have in the heart, which are detrimental to bhakti, has to be cancelled off. If those desires are not cancelled off, then how dangerous it is, we can see in this case of. So it's very important to introspect and work on our heart so that we can have a right kind of desire, aligning to our desire with Guru and Krishna. We cannot manufacture our own. We are not in that stage to our any desire. And Lord sends your desire, and Lord will move you in that direction. But in general, Lord made this system, Paramatma, he says. Paramatma, the whole material manifestation is managed by the Paramatma. When we say the Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesha. So Vishnu, which Vishnu we are talking about here? Shirodakshaya Vishnu. He is a maintainer. And he entered into the every heart. He entered to even atom. Whole material energy is moving under the direction of Shirodakshaya Vishnu. And Lord made some system by which he is moving in direction. But Prabhupada writes in the, I think, preface or introduction, preface of teachings of Lord Chaitanya. In journal, the maintainer is Shirodakshaya Vishnu, but in the case of a pure devotee, Krishna personally maintains. Ananyaschintanto mam e janah paripasate tesam nittaviyuktanam yogakshemam bhavyam. So our desire cannot be anything, arbitrary desire. So let's say we are trying to build the temple, guptvrindavansanga. So that desire is not our desire, it's desire of Srila Prabhupada. When he visited in the 1972, January month, he had the desire that this should come. So when Prabhupada desiring is a desire of Lord Chaitanya, or Krishna desire. So that we can desire. Otherwise, why? So it is said that we cannot desire anything randomly. So our desires should be aligned to the desire of Guru and Krishna. And it is said in this translation purport, if you desire, and that too, when the pure devotee has a desire, it will fulfill 100% by any cost. Material energy start acting accordingly. Like in the case of Arjuna, in the Kurukshetra, Lord says, I have already killed Kauravas and other people. Nimit matram bhav sabhyasaj. You become a nimitta as. So desire of a pure devotee is already is going to happen. So if we become the right good instrument, and Lord is also careful, He will not make anyone and everyone the right instrument. Lord is very, because there are two things. One is if detrimental to His devotional service, He will not make because of some reason. Or if He has some interior motive. One place it is said that the Lord has opulence, Lord provides everything. If we rightly use everything, what is given by the Lord, it will expand. On the contrary, whatever is given to us, if it is not used for the right purpose, it will be taken away, it will shrink. So Lord has bestowed something with us, to us. Maybe resources, money, whatever it may be, or maybe our intelligence, our body, our sensory power, our mental power, our intellectual power, if it is used for service to Krishna. Prabhupada gives a very beautiful analogy example, like a father and son. He got a man. He sees who is most obedient to me. He will rightly use my, Prabhupada says, my money. तिजोरी की चाबी उसी को देंगे जो सही रूप से यूज करेगा. So as he said, the Anant Paramātmā, even every atom, the Paramatma is residing. All the material, everywhere, even our heart too. So the whole material energy start moving in that direction to fulfill the desire of a pure devotee. So, न उपदृष्टा अनुमंता चा भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरा परमात्मा इति चाप युक्तो देहे अस्मिन् पुरुषः परा. उपदृष्टा अनुमंता चा भर्ता भोक्ता महेश्वरा परमात्मेति चाप युक्तो. So what is Paramatma? He is doing 5 things which is mentioned here. Dehe asmin, he residing in the same body, Dehe asmin. And who is he? Purusha para. We are also Purusha. But he is Purusha para, he is a transcendental enjoyer. And what? Updrishta, Anumanta, Bharata, Bhokta and Maheshwara. His witnessing and his sanctioning. Or because he is Maheshwara, he can sanction. See, if I do not have power, then I cannot sanction. But Lord is being the Supreme, he can sanction. And actually, he is ultimate sanction authority. And also Updrishta, he is watching very carefully. He is not watching only outer activity, gross activity, but our mental activities. If we want our own sense gratification, or we really interested to fulfill the desire of Guru and Krishna. And Lord works is multifold. Wanted to fulfill the desire of pure devotee, and also he wants to make us good devotee. And he is a bhokta, he is a real Transcendental enjoyer. Purusha, Para, 2 times is being used. And Bharata, he is a maintainer. Bharata, Bhokta, Maheshwara. Yet in this body, there is another transcendental enjoyer who is the Lord, the Supreme Proprietor, who exists as an overseer and a permitter, and who is known as a Super Soul, Paramatma. Even for our material enjoyment, without Paramatma, the Lord, we cannot, or without the mercy of sanction of the Lord, we can't do so. So Prabhupada is writing, in the case of devotee, in the last line of the purport, today verse, it is said that he never allows anything which will be detrimental to individual's devotional service. So sometimes he is, but if he insists, he will give the direction. Sannivistu, matta smritir jnanam. He gives the knowledge. But repeatedly we desire, and very obstinately we desire, the Lord become helpless. One of the Purport Prabhupada writes, if some devotee is carrying some past vasanas or karmas by which his mind is having certain kind of tendencies, so the Lord's work is to purify us. This is ultimate Lord works is to purify. Why we building? So that we become purified. So we are very happy to go to maybe Seval, sit and chant, be happy. So why we are building the temple? Prabhupada says, if you do not have a big temple, who will come? So that's the today's requirement of the modern one, to attract them. But ultimately we have to chant ourselves, we have to become purified and spread the glories of Lord Chaitanya. That's the main purpose. So that underlying principle we should not forget and become off track because of some other reason. And Lord will be very happy, and He will provide everything, whatever He required. And He is only providing all the things. Whatever you need to fulfill the desire of a pure devotee. So He never allows anything which will be detrimental to individual devotional service. And ultimately, doer is Krishna, as we know. We are just prakate krimanani gune karmas ahankar vimulatma karatamiti mannati. So Lord is arranged. Who will give what money? Lord is already arranged. We have to go and take money. Lord is already, see, please, this is a desire of a Prabhupada, and we know ultimate sanction authority is the Lord, and Lord is on plan. Like Prabhupada case, Prabhupada says that, Prabhupada says, when the Lord told me to go down and to material world and do, Prabhupada says, no, I am not interested, it's a very horrible place. No, you should go and write the books. Prabhupada says, no. So what Prabhupada says, anyway, remember? I made all the arrangement, please go. So neither we should become too much puffed up when we do something big. Because already Lord is arranged. We are just nimitta matra. We are becoming a small instrument. Anything, whatever is being done to serve Guru and Krishna. Like Arjuna also says, when the Lord has gone back to Godhead, then he was defeated by some local people, some villagers, some rocks. Same, he said, I am a same Arjuna, same Kandiva, everything is there, but I become useless because Krishna is not there. Similarly, ever also Krishna is using. If we just because of what Prabhupada's glorious thing is created. When you go, we are from Hare Krishna, we are from Akshay Patra, people recognize. If you are outside, what? We have none wide, we have no other this thing. This is all this special glories which Prabhupada is, with the hard labor, he created the whole thing. So we should become very honest instrument in the hand of Guru and Krishna. And also, like in the Prahlad Maharaj prayers, even the Prathu Maharaj, his prayers to the Lord, when like if you know the context, Prathu Maharaj did 99 Aswamedha Yajna when he was doing 100th one. So Indra was coming and stealing the horse couple of times, and he was coming in the dress of sadhu. Then later Brahmaji interfered and said that and he comes, and to whom he made him understand, Prathu Maharaj. He know ki Indra will not want to understand. So he comes, he said, please stop your sacrifice, because we know this Indra will not. And because Indra had, it is said, who does 100 Ashwamedha sacrifice, he will be promoted to the Indra. So he was a little material calculation, he was very afraid of that. So he was creating the problem. And Prabhupada writes beautiful purport in that. Because Brahma came, because he was coming in the dress of a sadhu, so that, and he was more doing so that setting the wrong example. So after that, the Prathu Maharaj, the Lord, when he was doing yajna, the Lord himself, without yajna, that Lord himself descended. And when the Lord descended, then he was glorifying the Lord. Prayers by Prathu Maharaj. So he says, I don't know the Sanskrit text, but overall meaning is that he said, like an animal, somebody goes and purchases the animal. So that animal is completely dependent on whom? Master. His food and everything. Similarly, a child also completely dependent on the parents. Child will not think, some small child, I have to go and collect some milk, some this thing, so that I can maintain myself. He is simply busy with one thing. He knows my parents will provide everything. He has no worry about anything. So that called exclusive dependence on the mercy of Krishna. This is also one of the feature of surrender. He is completely dependent on Krishna. As Krishna keep me, I will be very happy. So the devotee never crib for any situation, any circumstances. And as a devotee, we must know that situation, circumstance I am going through is the best thing. As he said, Lord has a higher plan to purify us, to take us back to Godhead. All our other things, the subsidiary, that's a means, they are the means to fulfill the real purpose. So we must not have any material desires. Sometimes we have some, as he said, past vasanas. So we have to pray sincerely to the Lord. Please help me out. But at least we should be honest in that sense. If you want to cheat ourselves, then there's no solution. Krishna, I don't want anything, damn thing. Like yesterday we were hearing the lecture. Prahlad Maharaj, what he was saying? Prayers. He was saying, I seen my father, Hiranyakashipu. He conquered the whole world, whole universe. And so much powerful, when he used to raise his eyebrow, demigod used to fear temple. But I have seen fraction of second, everything was over. So any material achievement is actually is illusory, one sense, and also has no meaning. There are so many lectures that talks about is all we see, but still sometimes we don't understand. So sometimes, Prabhupada, Harishe, that Lord takes away, we are trying something which are not aligning. Sometimes we have our own desires to even serve the Lord. So sometimes if they are not aligning or is not beneficial to us, to our devotional path, the Lord will not sanction. So that way we should be little flexible. Yes, we desire whatever. And Lord, whatever give us, we should be happy. So that's the reason I said our desires should be aligned. Tulsi Aarti prayers also, when you say, what is the desire? Sevatka. So the super soul, Supreme Personality of Godhead, seated beside the individual soul, is a witness of individual soul's activities and is a source of soul's various types of consciousness. See, the Lord is sensing our heart. Now there's some folk, there's one presentation, who is watching? And that coconut example over there. So Lord is watching everywhere. Our heart is sitting. And is also watching our various type of consciousness, our inclinations. So one place for the rising. Don't feel yourself to be alone, because Krishna is always with you. Krishna is always with every living entity, super soul. But in the case of devotee, he can talk and give the instruction how to attain the perfection stage of meeting him. So the Lord can give the direction to the sincere devotee. The Lord is always eager to have the living entity come home back to Godhead. Sitting with the living entity as a witness, the Lord gives him all chances to enjoy himself materially, but whenever there is an opportunity, the Lord gives good counsel. So Lord is always directing, giving the counsel how we can go back to Godhead. So we have to always conscious of that we should hear. So the Chet Guru is then the heart, same Chet. So Chet Guru in the Paramatma heart, and the same Paramatma comes out as a spiritual master. So we are so much fortunate to have Srila Prabhupada to know what we have to do and what we have to think. Everything Prabhupada has given in the black and white. Nothing has to conjecture in our mind. One place further is writing, a sincere devotee who follows the instructions of a spiritual master certainly gets direct instruction from his heart, from the super soul. some say physical manifestation of Prabhupada is not there, then what? How will you get the direction? So Prabhupada is saying, a sincere devotee follow the instructions of his spiritual master. Certainly he gets a direct instruction from his heart, from the super soul. The Lord as super soul pervades all things, just as a fire permits in the wood. So he appears to be a many varieties, though he is a absolute one without a second. You know, no? He is a one only Paramatma. Sometimes we ask how many Paramatmas are there. So the Paramatma is a one, and he is direct in helping us to move in the right direction. Lord Krishna, the super soul, knows everything in everyone's heart. He knows everyone's determinations and everyone's wants. Prabhupada is writing in the Krishna's book, Purport. So he knows what determination also. So if a determination to really go back to God, Prabhupada says one place, we should be determined to go back to God in this life. So Prabhupada says, lip talking will not help if there is really desire in the heart. Lord can sense our desire. And Prabhupada writes in one of the Purport of Bhagavatam, everyone seeking Krishna, but actually we don't know we are seeking Krishna. And we can be only happy and pleased when we serve Krishna. Otherwise we cannot be happy, even so-called materially. And Lord takes care so much so that devotee, so that his material life also become little comfortable, so that he can do devotional service smoothly. But some case we do not find, because the devotee is going through that path is good for him, so that he become truly purified. So here we see in the Kardama Muni case where he desires something and the Lord is coming and he said, already I have arranged. Lord is saying, already I have arranged without you telling me, because the Lord being seated in the heart. So that's the reason we should only desire what is desired by Srila Prabhupada. And like Prabhupada also had desired what is desired by his Guru. We ordered him write the books and go to Western country and preach to English speaking. So that's the desires that are coming from our Guru Shesha Parampara. So we have to align ourselves so that we can be very happy and pleased, even performing devotional service, and definitely will purify and go back to God. So I will stop here. Granth Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Jagat Guru Prabhupada ki jai, ko prem Hare.